Well, I always wanted to be popular, just not when I'm making a video. Anyway, got a phone call there. Excuse the interruption. So, where was I? Yes, these people back in the 60s nowadays, in this timeline, what happened is they would go into a place, a restaurant, a bar, or wherever they have jukeboxes, put their money in, and then watch a video on the Scopitone or other brand of video jukebox that didn't exist in my timeline. Like I said, it was never in a magazine, never heard anybody talk about it, and I can imagine that you'd be surprised, the same as I was, by it, because nobody's ever heard of it. But now all the popular artists like the Beatles, the Animals, and all the Motown groups, and all the different people who were popular back in the 60s, they all made these videos, not for television like we always remember, but for this special kind of jukebox that shows a video. So, it's very strange indeed. And the Scopitones, they're very popular in this timeline. They were very popular back in the 60s. So you can look them up, and I actually enjoyed watching some of them. They're really kind of cool. Really good beat. Show a lot of girls dancing. Oops. Still look at girls. Don't tell anybody. But anyhow, you know, they are very strange, and it's almost spooky because it's real. You know, it's very real. You look at it, and people went ahead and stood around and watched the jukebox now in this timeline. Now in the 40s, it was more of a novelty thing, from what I understand, and it was on a loop, but I'd never heard of that either. But there's not a whole lot of evidence for a lot of those things because it's on there. You can read about them, but they just use a movie reel of some kind for those. So they're not as strange. But the ones in the 60s, they look like real, digital video. And I know they didn't have that. But not even in this timeline. I hope not, anyway. But the clarity of videos, I've been saying for a long time, is a lot clearer now of World War I or World War II in the 60s. The pictures are a lot better quality than what they should be or what they would be if they were, if we were in our regular timeline. But now they're extremely clear, and that's the only explanation is the Mandela effect, really. That makes sense for the whole thing to fit together. But these Scopitones are really worth looking up, and you can go to Scopitone.com. I'm not sure the spelling here. Let me look at it and see from my notes here if I can find it. Yep, Scopitone. It's SCOPITONE'. I was watching Pussycat A Go-Go, which is definitely out of the mid-60s. And it's something, like I say, can you imagine people standing around a jukebox watching and dancing while the people are dancing on the video? It just seems very strange, very queer. But anyhow, that's not the only thing I wanted to talk about. That's one thing that's very striking to me because it's right up my alley. And if it happened, I would have seen it by now. I would have read about it. One of my friends would have been in a movie or in a book or something. But there are many of these things to talk about. I've already talked about Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass, and he never existed now. But the name changes. And another thing that came up recently, I wish I could talk about all the effects in every video, but I'd be on here for millions of years, evidently, because they just keep coming out and have to have a continual loop. But the Barbie dolls is one. Now, my girlfriend has a Barbie doll collection from the 50s and 60s. And the Barbie dolls look forward, like straight, like so. They don't look off to the side like this. But they do now. So if you go buy a replica at Walmart, where you can buy them for $60, $59.95, or if you go get the original, doesn't matter, they're all looking over here. And now I'm popular again while I'm making a video. How does that happen? I'm not going to blame that on the Mandela effect, but I'll be right back. Why can't the women leave me alone? Oh, I'm kidding. I wish, right? But, yeah, I get my share of old women hitting on me. But I'm not into nursing homes. Oh, a bad joke. Get away from my grandma. Anyway, where was I? So we have all these effects. And the Barbie dolls now are looking, you know, they're creepy looking. They look like they're demonically possessed or something. And they're not good looking like they were. Barbie's supposed to be created after Barbie. And my girlfriend, she knows the whole history of Barbie. And now it's not that way. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and she's created after, well, one of my people, the German lady's idea of something. But, I mean, then they should be good looking. I think German women are beautiful, but they have a little pig nose now, pointed the wrong way, like you see in their nose when they're looking right at them. It's not good. I don't think that's attractive. But that's one thing, the Barbie doll's changing, and I noticed that it just reminded me of the American Gothic painting, because those people used to both look straight ahead, and now the lady is looking off to one side. So art has changed. The thinker has changed. He used to be like this, excuse me. And so people stand next to the statue and they pose like that. And now they're posing like this next to the statue. But he changed to like this, and now he's like this, with his hand open. Now I know that doesn't seem possible, and I probably, my family will look at these videos and go, okay, he's gone, he's gone. Probably think I'm nuts. But I've never been a coward, so if I believe something, I talk about it. Doesn't matter what it is. If you think I'm crazy over it, well, too bad. But if you can show me evidence where I'm wrong, then I'll listen. But how do you get people posing next to a statue, imitating the statue, and doing it wrong when the statue's right there? So, anyway, I try to keep this video lighthearted, because I don't want to depress anybody. I know it's depressing to think about these things for some people. And other people think it's wonderful. They want to see the new vampire deer and the new panda ants and all these crazy animals that are coming out. And I think they're cool too. I mean, I got to admit, there's some of them that are just fantastic. There's these new cats. I forget what they call them, but they're beautiful. I want one. It's a house cat the size of a mountain lion practically. It's like, oh my God. But they're supposed to be safe, and people have had them for a long time in this timeline. I saw a guy today making a video on the Mandela effect, poor old guy, and he started talking about cures for cancer, and he said, you know, turmeric will cure cancers, you know, any kind of cancers in the body. And I had to write in the comments, there is no such thing as turmeric. It's another Mandela effect. It's turmeric. I said it went with Rod Sterling. Rod Sterling took the turmeric with him, and now they're both gone. Now we have Rod Serling and turmeric. And Sally Beauty Supply, because Sally's is gone. Used to be pink. Sally's Beauty Supply. I remember because I'd see the girls going in and out. Gotta have a motivation. And I'd look and I'd notice the pink Sally's Beauty Supply. And you ladies, I'm sure you'll remember, they were always pink. Now they've never been pink. And they've always been Sally, not Sally's. So we have them taking away most of our S's. The revelations of, St. John are now the revelation. God created the heavens and the earth, but now he created the heaven. Well, he only created one. He didn't create the heavens and the earth. He just created the heaven and the earth. And Sally's is now Sally. The only one I can think of that reversed was Tidy Cat. Went to Tidy Cats. But I think it went back again. Keeps going back and forth, people say. I don't know. But most of the S's are being removed for whatever reason. There's a lot of speculation on why they removed the S. It's the 19th letter of the alphabet and so forth. And I don't know if I give any credence to any of that. I don't know. I'm not a numerologist. You know. But I know that there's got to be a reason why they keep merging all the letters together, because that's another thing. Adolph's salt additive, whatever. There's so many products, I can't name them all. But every time you look at a sign and the letters are merged and look very strange. I was looking at Pizza Hut last night and it's changed. And I'll bet $1 to a donut that it has always been that way. It looks like 3 words, Pete's, and then A in the middle, and then Hut. But it's all jagged up and down, like it's not even. And it wasn't that way before. I don't think so. So, you know, after a while you have to second guess yourself, because you may make mistakes and think things have changed that haven't. But there's been so many things that have changed that it's no wonder we're thinking that way. Anyhow, this video has gone long enough and taken up 10 minutes of your life that you can't get back. And that's depressing. I'm kidding. All right, God be with you all. And I'm drinking my coffee, so I'm in a better mood. Caffeine, got a caffeine high going. That's what us old people do. We drink coffee. Love y'all. Talk to you soon.